Kim, thank you so much for helping me fill out these forms. They're so overwhelming and there's just so much paper.
Oh, you're welcome. You're right. These forms are confusing and they're difficult to understand. They definitely don't make it easy.
All right, how do I start? Where do I find this affidavit disclosing care or custody?
So you can go to our website, masslegalhelp.org, and go
Okay.
to the section labeled Children and Families.
Okay.
And if you scroll down, there's a section called the Probate and Family Court, and the last sentence is the Affidavit Disclosing Care or Custody. Click on that.
Okay. All right. Oh, this gives me the directions. That's awesome.
Right, this is an article that outlines how to fill out the forms, but let's just do it together.
Okay, is here the link to get it?
Yes. Great. Now, I just want to say if for some reason this link is not working, you can always Google mass.gov Affidavit Disclosing Care or Custody Proceedings.
Okay.
Great.
This form has a lot of information. Do I really have to fill this all out?
Any kind of case that talks about the custody of children, it's a requirement that you fill this out. Some examples are complaint for divorces, complaint for custody, complaint for paternity, or restraining order.
All right, I'll start. Do I just type in here?
You can type right in the form, but if you want to save the document filled out, you would want to download it first and open it up in Adobe Reader or another PDF program.
All right. Okay, I'll download it right here and then open it up. There we go.
Okay, great.
All right. So, case name. I don't have a case name yet.
So the name of the case would be your last name versus, or letter V, the last name of the person you're filing the case against.
Even if he has the same last name as me?
Yes, even if he has the same last name.
Okay. And docket number, I don't have that.
No, you don't. The court will assign a docket number once you file your case, and you can fill it out then.
Okay. So I'm going to file in probate and family court. Do I put in my town here?
Here you're going to put down the county where you're going to file the case.
Okay. So I live in Somerville, so I put in Middlesex.
That's correct.
Okay. And then this looks like my name.
This is your name, and here you are declaring that all the information that you've listed is true.
I see this as asking for the name of my kids. I do not want them part of this case.
So the kind of case you're filing has to do with the custody of these particular children, and their name is a requirement that you include their names.
All right. And I have to put all my kids?
You need to put down all the children whose custody is a question in this case. If you have children from another relationship, you do not need to include their name.
Okay. Wow. Look at this thing. This is a lot of words. Ooh. What does this mean? What is this number 3?
Number 3 is asking if you want to keep your address confidential. If you live in a shelter or if the other party does not know where you currently live.
He doesn't know.
Okay, so you're going to want to check that off.
Okay.
And once you check off box number 3, you're going to skip sections 4 and 5.
Good, because I don't want to share my address.
Okay, great.
Okay, number 6. I have not, I know, do not know. What is this about?
So this section is trying to figure out if you have any other cases, old or current, that have to do with the custody of your children. Do you have any cases like that?
I have a restraining order.
And does that restraining order grant you custody of your children?
It says that my husband can't come near my children.
Well, do you have that form with you?
I do.
Why don't you give a look and see what it says?
Okay. It does say I have custody.
Okay, so you're going to want to check off I have custody, and I know of other care or custody proceedings.
Okay. Oh boy, I don't have a certified copy though.
So certified copies of these documents are only needed in cases outside of Massachusetts. Is your case from the state?
It is.
Okay, I just want to note that if for some reason your case is not from the state and you don't have a certified copy, you want to go ahead and continue with this, and if the judge requires it, you can always get it later. Okay, so don't let that hold you up.
Okay.
But let's move on to section 7.
Okay. Do I have to put my child's name in here?
So above, your child was assigned a letter, A, B, or C.
Okay.
So instead of writing their whole name, you can just put the letter in.
Okay. And then I'm putting in this court here?
So you're going to put down the name of the court where the custody order is from, which you said was from your restraining order.
Okay, I get it. I don't. Okay. And where's the docket number?
So the docket number is listed at the top of your restraining order.
I see. Okay. And what does status mean?
Here, what they're asking is what kind of case it is. In your case, it's a restraining order. So you can write restraining order or you can write 219A also.
Okay. And my kids are witnesses to that case?
So this part of the question is asking about your involvement in that case. And since you were a party to that case, you would list the letter P.
Oh, that's very unclear. Okay, so the names and address.
So this section is asking about anyone who may claim a legal right to your children. It sounds like your husband would.
He does.
And if you have any other people who may, such as an organization such as the Department of Children and Families.
They have not been involved in my life.
Okay. So, but if DCF, that's great. So you don't have to list it. But if DCF does have a legal right or can claim a legal right to your children, you would want to include that information here.
Okay. My other son?
So your other son is not a part of this custody case, so you do not need to include that information.
All right. This isn't bold. It must be important.
So this question is asking about if any of your children have been adopted.
Nope.
Okay, so you can skip it.
All right. Oh, good. So I just date this?
Yep. Put the date in.
All right. And I sign it?
Yep, you're going to want to sign it once it's printed out.
Okay. So this is it? I'm done?
Actually, no. There's a second page you need to fill out.
Ooh. Oh, so this is asking for my address, though. I really do not want anyone knowing my address.
So this page will be kept separate. Your husband will not get a copy of this page. It'll not be included in the court file. It'll be separate.
Okay. And their attorney won't know about it?
No one should get a copy. It'll be held separately.
Okay.
And have you lived anywhere else in the past 2 years?
We've lived 2 other places.
Okay, so in this section, you put the addresses. If they can fit, put them both there. If not, you can always, when you print it out, write the second address.
Okay. Here we go. I'll have to do it when I print it out because there's just not enough space.
Okay.
And number 11, that looks like the easiest to understand part of this form.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, I see here I do not have an attorney.
Okay.
And what's a guardian ad litem?
A guardian ad litem or a GAL, well, you would know if you had one. There's someone who is appointed by the court to do an investigation into matters of custody. If you do not have one, you can leave the section blank.
Okay. So then do I just sign right here?
No, this is for the Department of Children and Families to fill out.
All right. Now I am done.
Now you're done. Now you can print it out and save it. Include it in the documents that you file in court.
Thank you so much for helping me.
You're welcome. Good luck.